Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clouds MTG, and we're back today to look at core sets as we start a little core set review. We'll start off with 2020, we'll go to 2019, and then we'll wrap it up with 2021, just to show the difference moving forward. So, today we're going to talk about core set 2020. So, before we get started, remember tray tables and seat backs in their full upright position. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, put some comments down below to feed that YouTube algorithm so we can get some more views as we head to 1,000 subscribers. If you've done everything you can to help support, links in the description to the Patreon page, the eBay store, or just email if you want to hook me up. Talk about maybe buying a couple boxes, or you have some videos you want to hear about, or just general discussion in all. So, without further ado, let's get started and take a look at Core Set 2020. So here you can see Core Set 2020 came out around the end of 19. In case you guys didn't realize, the core sets used to come out like 2020 came out in 19 and 19 came out in 18 and really confusing. They finally skipped all that stuff, and I think the next core set that comes out should be Core Set 2022 because 21 was the last one. It'll come out in 22, so hopefully they have that fixed. So we'll see how that goes. So as you can see here, it first came out like most core sets, pathetic, around 90 bucks. I don't know what all this is. I think this is just some bad data because no one sold these boxes for 20 bucks. If they did, I'd have bought all of them. But anyway, so we'll start around here. The boxes stayed around 90 bucks, as you can see, around 95, 91. Slow increases as it went into 20. Only about a dollar. It went up and down depending on how sets, when the other sets came out. Here you can see where 2021 came out. When Core Set 2021 came out, you can see the drop of $92 from the almost up to 100, and that's because the core set went out of print. Uh, a new core set came in. People didn't like this core set. It didn't have a whole lot going for it, just to be honest with you. Um, but over time, you'll find out that that kind of started to change because as you can see here, it started going back up. It went up to 98. And then it really turbulent here. This 74 has got to be somebody doing market manipulation of some kind. But anyway, so it stayed around what looks like that 20s, that $97 mark, and stayed that way from 21 when it came out. So at the mid of 20, and that's already 1 year into the product. 1 year in the product's right here. Price is still the same. So as we move forward, after a year and a half into the product, give or take, we're at 109. When Time Spiral Remaster came out, there was a spike up to 184. So this was a big thing when Commander, a lot of stuff came out, the pandemic started ending, and people started playing again, and people found a lot of cards in here were actually good in the sets that were coming out, especially for Commander and some of the older sets. So it stayed kind of high for a while, and then once people realized how much it was right through here during this time frame of April through what looks like March, people are like, oh wow, look how much these boxes are. Let's put some more on the market. So they flooded it back into the market, bringing the price back down because people obviously had a bunch of them. And then here you get the market average about 135 is where it started taking off. Uh, so it's around 135, and it starts dipping a little bit because more and more product came to the actual market. The average started going up a little bit, but as of here, the market value is 123.88. I looked on TCG Player. I know here it says 111. That's wrong. With tax and everything, as of today, this market value is $120 a box. So you have to remember September of 21. You see here it came out a little bit before September of 19. This is the 2 year mark for it to get to 120. So the average box price was around 95, 97. Let's call it 100 even, right? So for it to get to 128, you know, uh, it's about a 20% increase in price over the course of 2 years. That's about 10% a year. That's pretty good for an investment. I'm not gonna lie. And now it's still sitting around that 120 range. It's not doing too bad. What do I think about the product? A core set like this is probably not one I would normally invest in. But obviously it's already up to 120. Do I think this is going to keep going up? Yes, I do. Just because it's out of print, it's been out of print for a while, and as boxes get older, they just get more expensive. Common theme in Magic, the problem is how long do you want to hold them before you try to cash in, or how long can you hold them before you get that money back? And that's the big thing about it, right? So is this something you might want to invest in for the future? Maybe. Um, so before I actually make a real call on that, let's actually take a look at some of the cards that are actually in the core set 2020 that are actually making it worth what apparently people think is 120 a box. So as we look here, I know it's kind of hard to see. Me, I'll just read the names to you over here. So we have Sorin the Imperious Bloodlord is the best card in the set. It's a mythic, $26 on average. Foils around close to 40, so that's a pretty good hit. I'm not gonna lie. We have the infamous Field of the Dead sitting around 20 bucks, 30 for a foil. Another good hit. That one's a rare. The Ajani Pridemate's $13. I find that very odd, but hey, whatever. Uh, so Yorok the Desecrated. This is the big commander card right now. Um, it's a mythic going for around 12 bucks, 24 for a foil. So we have Wind's Fury, another amazing commander card, $11 going foil 14. Chandra is still $10. I'm kind of shocked. She's normally not something that sees a whole lot of play. And then you have Sorin Vampire Lord. I'm pretty sure this $10. I'm pretty sure this is from the commander deck. Elvish Reclaimer. This has been a big mover. It started out only as a couple bucks. It's now $9 as you can see. And foils are going for 20. This has made a big splash in modern and legacy decks just because the ability to go search lands up is pretty much a cheaper. What is that? Not reclamation. It's that night thing. It's white green. Anyway, point being. And then we have the big hitter here. We have Veil of Summer. So the uncommon to beat all uncommons, $8.50. So the odds of you pulling one of these out of a pack are pretty good, and that makes it $8 pack. The foils, oh my God, are going for 63 to 56. Um, that is absurd. Again, that could be an amazing hit, especially as an uncommon in a box. You could easily get one, and almost if you got a foiled Veil of Summer in a box, that's half the box price. That's just insane. You have Omnath here, Locust of the Royal, 14 foil, $8. You know, you have Agent of Treachery still floating around $7, $8. Then we start getting into ley lines. Leyline Anticipation apparently is the most expensive one, which I find kind of odd, going for $7. This is once again the dual deck, I believe, or not dual deck, sorry, commander deck. Mystic Forge still making a big splash. It's still around $6. Leyline of the Voids around $6. It's a good card for all them older decks. Angelic Guardian, very interesting. Swear this I think this might be the commander deck. Anyway, Schemin Symmetry, $6 card. Very interesting hit. Didn't think that'd be as much. We have the Dragon here, $5. Uh, we have the Blood Broker. If it comes up, so I can show you a picture, maybe not. Starfield Mystics around $5. And you can see now we're starting to get into some cheaper stuff. You know, we have Icon Accessory, Thirsting Bloodlord. Lotus Field is even $4. So there are a lot of good hits here, and there are some really big foil hits. And the biggest foil hit is Veil of Summer, which is just absurd at $63 to $56 a card. That's just insane. And we'll thumb through the rest of them here real quick, see if any big numbers pop out. Not really. Oh, wait a minute. Colossal Hammer. So it's only a buck, but if you've got a foil one, it's $17. That is absurd for an uncommon. And that's because of Hammer Time, which is now a big deck in Modern. So, but you just never know what them old foils are going to be worth, right? And the old uncommons. So, yep. There you have it, boys and girls. That is the tale of the tape of why Core Set 2020 has become a $120 box. And with that said, with a lot of the big hits being uncommons, it could easily be uncommon foils that you get. I don't see how you can not like this set and maybe even want to invest in it. Now, that said, I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't invested. I don't have any extra 2020 sitting around. That's just me. Am I going to? Probably not. Only because I believe the new stuff that's coming out with all these chase cars and stuff will be a better investment in the long run than some of the older sets. Not all of them. Now, with that said, I do have a complete set of 2020. So the more that these cards are worth, the better it's for me, and I hope they do go up in price. So, is this something you can invest in? I think so, but I think it's also going to be one of those things that's going to take a long time to get your money back. We're talking what's already been 2.5, so it's easily going to be 5 years before you see any more profit past 120, I think. So, with all that, guys, remember, until next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table.